Welcome. Today, we're taking a look at the Open 242 center console. As the newcomer to the Open series, the Open 242 is designed for serious fishing. With standard features like the hardtop, oversized console, and tons of interior cockpit space, this boat is ready for action. It measures in at 23 feet 8 inches with an 8-foot 6-inch beam, 118 gallons of fuel, 16 inches of draft, and 18 degrees of dead rise at the transom. So let's take a look at the bow. So up front at the bow of the 242, tons of versatility in terms of entertainment, fishing, and family. So let's take a look at what we have. Up front, oversized anchor locker compartment. And though it is not standard, a nice option to add would be the windlass. Moving back from that, wraparound seating that includes the bolsters as well as the handrail and cup holders. Now for storage up front, 2 large boxes underneath each side. This centerpiece here, another nice feature is it is completely removable, allowing you to walk all the way forward when you're anchored. Moving back from that, a large in-floor center box. Now another cool entertainment feature is the table. Included with this boat, we have a fiberglass table that of course is removable. And it can also be lowered to be flush with the other cushions, making it a sun pad. And you can add the cushion for that. So let's take a look at the front of the console. In front of the console, you have seating for 2 additional adults. Now opening up the bottom reveals a 15-gallon cooler, which can double up as dry storage. Now the backrest and upholstery does feature the hourglass stitching pattern, and it is a very comfortable place to sit. Moving to the side, let's take a look inside the console. Now inside of the console, tons of room for storage. As a matter of fact, all of the cushions actually fit inside, keeps them out of the elements. Battery switch is also right here. Very easy access to turn the boat on and off. If you need to ever access the back of the electronics, you simply remove this vinyl and it is easy to access. In here, it can also be equipped with a porta potty. Of course, a nice feature to have for those families. Now, you remember the table we talked about from the bow. There is a very cool place here for storage. It keeps the table secured when the boat is underway. And finally, the door is lockable, making this a secure place for any of your belongings when the boat is out on the water. So let's take a look at the electronics. Now for electronics on this boat, we feature the SportLink electronics integration system. This is a factory installed set of electronics that comes standard with every single Open 242. Now on this boat, we have a Garmin 1242 XSV Touch that is a 12-inch touchscreen GPS, and it is paired up to a B60 through-hull transducer. Now the next thing to notice here is the black acrylic. This is to help with glare when you're out on the water. And if you wanted to add a second screen, you have the option of a second 1242 XSV. Now for charging ports, we have a USB port on the right-hand side, and we have a 12-volt receptacle on the left. And underneath all of that, we have a row of nice 12-volt toggle switches. Now for stereo on this boat, the standard is JL Audio's MM50 head unit with 8 M3 speakers all the way around. But if you want to turn it up to 11, this is the M6 Ultra Premium upgrade. This will upgrade the head unit to the MM100, M6 speakers all the way around, and JL Audio's brand new MVI amplifiers with built-in DSP. Now for these models, every single boat has been hand-tuned by JL Audio for the optimum in audio performance. For steering on this boat, we have SeaStar's hydraulic tilt helm with a Sportsman steering wheel and knob, electro tabs, trim tabs with LED indicators, Yamaha binnacle, 2 cup holders, and helm pads below. As we mentioned before, this boat comes standard with a hardtop. So let's take a look at that now. When you're out on the water, this oversized hardtop is sure going to provide enough shade for everybody around. It adds additional speakers, lights, and 4 rod holders across the back, as well as 2 Kingfish rod holders. And if you opt in for the outriggers, the plates are already welded in. Additional storage in the front and the back, as well as a Garmin VHF radio. This is all standard with the hardtop. To finish everything up, an underside color that matches the hull side. It adds a nice color theme to the whole boat. Now the grab rails here are also standard, and this is the anodized version. You can also add powder coating in white or black. So let's take a look at the leaning post. Now for seating at the leaning post of this boat, this is our deluxe dual chair leaning post. Very comfortable and versatile. It has these individually adjustable bolsters that allows the captain to be standing up while passenger is seated. For safety, 2 grab handles on either side. Now underneath, plenty of storage for a nice and large Yeti cooler, and we do offer 2 options below that you can add. The first one is the 65 quart Yeti cooler with a slide out, as well as the under leaning post tackle storage. Both of those add nice storage and cooler space under the leaning post. Behind the back, we have 4 additional rod holders. And speaking of rod holders, let's take a look under the gunnel. Now for some additional rod storage, we have these nice rod racks. They hold 3 rods each, and we have this tow rail for safety. Now your raw water hookup is right underneath here, and the fresh one is in the same location but forward of that. We also have 2 flush mounted rod holders, 2 cup holders, and pull-up cleat, and then the same thing over on the other side. Wrapping around, we have this 25-gallon insulated live well, which can also double up as a cooler or some additional dry storage. And another great feature of the Open 242 is the rear seating area. So let's take a look. Now the rear seating area on the Open 242 is very comfortable, and it does feature this flip-up 2-person bench. Now one thing to notice here is the high back. This gives you a more comfortable seating position. Now flipping this up reveals tons of room behind the leaning post. This is going to come in very handy when you're out fishing or even out entertaining. The coolest thing about this though is our total access hatch. This bottom section is completely removable, giving you access to your bilge for any maintenance or service needed. That is best in class. We also have this step up over here, which actually has some built-in storage, and we do have a transom door. This makes it extremely easy to enter or exit the boat. A 3-step boarding ladder and handrail completes the back. Now for power, the one we're on today has the Yamaha 300, but we do offer 250s and 300s. So that's going to complete the walkthrough today on the Open 242. With so many standard features on this boat is certainly ready to hit the water. This boat, as with every other Sportsman boat, is NMMA certified and built to ABYC standards. This represents the highest in safety standards in the boating industry. If you have any questions on this boat or any other Sportsman model, visit our website at sportsmanboatsmfg.com or contact your local dealer. Thanks for watching.